What's up, y'all? You rocking with Moochilla, and this is Moochilla's review. And this is that hammer, cause you came through, y'all. We are talking about Diddy. We're talking about the two documentaries dropped within, I want to say, a 2-week period. And the latest one we're gonna lead off with, which is The Fall of Diddy. It's on Max if you haven't seen it yet. Then they dropped another one, Diddy. This is on Peacock, The Making of a Bad Boy. And both of these documentaries were heavy hitting with information. We gonna talk about it tonight. I got INGA, Ginger Snaps, and Detroit in the building. I am Moochie, and this is Moochilla's review. So let's get into it, y'all. Put me up in that algorithm and holla at your girl. All right, so let's get started. What's up, people? What's up, Inga?
Oh, what up, dog? You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, hey. Cool.
Can y'all hear me good?
Yes.
A little raggedy microphone I got. What's going on?
Look, we gonna make it do what it do, though.
Right.
I want to ask y'all this question.
How y'all doing tonight? I gotta get my stuff together. You so professional up here.
I'm trying to be. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. You know, I have my
you doing
good. You doing a damn good job to me.
Doing a damn good. Your stuff is better than most people's stuff. So you doing fine. You doing real good.
Yeah. Thank y'all for tooting my horn.
We're not lying to you. It's the truth.
No, we in our
Okay, so we got Faith Family and Fun and Reviews. Hey.
Put it in the Discord and everybody else
y'all put it in here, because I'm kind of rusty, so I ain't even put it out like that how I usually put it out. But you know, hit that share button and let people know that we going live and we having the Diddy conversation. All right. Now, 2 documentaries. I want to know your thoughts on it, and then at the end we're gonna have a little thing with it called which one gave the most. Okay. So we're gonna start with The Fall of Diddy. I thought this gave a lot of information. We got a lot of interviews, new pictures, and just overall, what are your thoughts about it? We're gonna go to Detroit first, and then Inga, you're gonna bring it on home for us. Detroit, what were your thoughts about The Fall of Diddy from Max?
Nasty work. Nasty, man. That's all I can say. It's some nasty stuff going on, and I mean, nasty.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say for now.
Okay, so I keep it short and sweet, Inga, like that.
I was gonna say it was nasty work, slipping and sliding on that.
I know.
Like a slip and slide. It was nasty work. Yeah.
All it just make you think about is Baby Moore and Astroglide.
Damn.
I don't even want to see a bottle of baby.
Man.
Oh my God! I hope my man had a mask
I got
on.
one in here. Let me see if I do. If I do, I'm gonna throw the bottle out. I don't even think I got one.
I think I need a prayer right now when I saw that documentary. Father God, please bless them people, man.
Okay, so Perry Pierce says, I'm gonna let y'all talk about it, but it ain't no need for me to say nothing except for he finna get his punk self stretched out for his shenanigans.
All right, Perry.
Oh, okay. Now, we're gonna start with dang, I gotta put it back in. Hold up. All right, the journalist on here. I mean, I made a mistake with the top one. The top one is she's actually a makeup artist. But we had journalists that were afraid to talk, that was letting things spill out in this documentary. What was your take on it, Inga?
From the journalist point of view?
Yeah, exactly. Which one you like, which one you didn't like, things of that.
Okay. Danielle Smith, which is Elliot Wilson's wife. I I found this, listen, I don't want to talk bad about the lady. I don't know. Hashtag we don't know these people.
Okay.
I don't want to talk bad about the lady, but she had she irritated me at one point because she did talk about how he threatened her to unalive her, beat her up, whatever he had said to her. Not beat her, I think it was unalive really. But then you constantly seeing her with him, and look like she's smiling and cheesing and carrying on. I just a lot of people here kind of irritated me. Not that I didn't believe the stories. I just don't. It's not that I don't believe the stories, because I do believe he's a creep and narcissist, a hole. I believe all of that. But I just felt like, why you if you knew these things about him, why would you remove yourself away from him? But now that you're not making money with this man, or you can't make money off of him or whatever get paid from, then now he's this demon, which I believe he is, but I just don't like people to just, I don't know how am I gonna say it, but like, oh, he just now he's an evil person, but he wasn't evil when long as you was working with him. I mean,
exactly.
I don't know, and I'm trying to just be nice about it.
Okay, but
no, keep going.
I mean, and Torre, the guy down in the jean shirt, Torre, I mean, I don't know if he was making money with Diddy or not, but I did hear a bad story that he said happened with his family member who worked with Diddy. So I don't know, maybe he might have a grudge because of something with his family member that happened, and but like this makeup artist lady, she witnessed violence. She witnessed the Cassie being dragged and beat up and this, that, and even Kim. She witnessed these things, but yet she still stayed in there with him. Who knows what year she left? What year did she leave being with him? She probably would still be with him now if these allegations and things didn't come down. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
You sound like you torn with a lot of things.
I don't know. See, and the thing is, I don't want to I kind of don't want to blame people because, like, I'm not in their shoes. I don't know how it is to be in the entertainment business. I know it's probably hard, particularly for women, and you don't want to say anything because your whole career could be ruined. Like that.
I'm dropping. So yeah, my bad. That's me.
Like what happened with the lady who was the chef. I understand, as a woman, like, we got to pick and choose our battles. Sometimes we can't always say things. I do realize that. But I don't know.
I'll get my little 2 cents in,
I don't know. Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead. Maybe,
yeah. I had me and Inga on the phone. I talked to her because she let me know about the doc, and I watched it, and I told her, I was like, at first, before I watched, I said I'm gonna give the woman a lot of grace because around in the 80s, 90s, it was hard for journalists, black women in general, mostly black women, to get their just due in the industry. You know what I mean? These guys was savages, being disrespectful. And if they was to say something, their whole career would be down the drain. You saw that with a lot of people. But on the other hand, when I watched it, I said, well, dang, ain't gonna making very sense. This Smith lady, she kind of like, I don't know what to believe no more. And I'm not trying to be funny or nothing like that, because if I try my best to believe women when they say a man touched them the wrong way, because some men is savages, but man, if he did you that dirty, why the next month, why are you sitting there smiling, taking pictures with this man? I'm just confused about that, and I'll just let it go.
Okay, I have with that whole situation. You gotta remember at that time, he had like a party atmosphere. So I think a lot of things was in the gray area with stuff, as far as people didn't know how to react to certain situations. And he did have a lot of power where he could blackball you and mess up your whole career.
Right, exactly.
And you have people where they really worked hard to obtain just working for him.
Right.
And And then once they get inside, they realize it's not all that glitters. It isn't gold.
And then, and also too, to add piggyback on the Danielle Smith thing, she could be just doing what her bosses and them told her to do, and she had to do it. I don't know. What I'm saying, it's not that easy to say I'm just gonna quit and get another job.
Mm-hmm.
And she
Yeah.
was with Vibe Magazine. Y'all know who Vibe Magazine is connected with, right? Y'all who
Right,
it was connected with.
exactly.
At that time, it was connected with Quincy Jones and Vibe.
Jones. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to. I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna give her grace, and maybe the makeup artist, maybe, but no, the makeup artist, no, I ain't giving her no grace. You know why? Because she sat there and witnessed somebody getting beat up and dragged and kicked and getting her tail
Mm-hmm.
kicked, and even oh man, are you gonna talk about that security guard?
We go
the bodyguard.
We go into this first, and then we go into this first. Childhood and
One
relationships.
more thing about giving the grace. At first, Inga, I said I was giving them grace, but I don't want to give. I'm not giving Miss Wilson grace because she had an opportunity to not. Even if your employee said don't say nothing, you ain't got to hang with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the difference. Like if somebody sit there at work, sit there and touch me or somebody like that, I'm gonna swing on them, but they might not do nothing to me or whatever like that. Because if the person was wrong for doing that, and they might say we don't really want to fire this person because we really need this person. One thing you could do is just work with them, but don't say nothing to them. I'm not gonna sit there and be in the same room with that person. I'm not gonna hang with them. So her grace meter for me went from 100 to probably like 30%. So I'm sorry, because you can't hang out with nobody that sit there almost try to unalive you, and then you sitting there smiling and keying with this person. No grace period for her, Inga. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's what I said. I'm torn with that lady, but
Do
I'm
you feel?
torn with her, bro.
I'm sorry. Do you feel like because one person spoke out, in which we all know who she is, Cassie, that this allowed for all of the truth to come out, or truth and false? And then Then we're gonna talk about his childhood.
Oh
Uh,
yes, yeah,
uh,
because she came out. That was like, oh, okay, well, now it's my opportunity to say what I want to say. So if that's what your question you're saying,
Yes.
that gave people the opportunity to say something because Cassie
yep, and she
came up
got
with the
paid,
lawsuit. So yes,
and
yeah.
she got paid for doing this too.
Well, they
And
all got
then
paid for doing the documentary. They did. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
Well, okay, so now we getting on to his childhood. They was talking about how he was dressed. They went from that. I got they said he was dressed like a young man, not even as a 5-year-old. So
Well, I
I
mean,
kind of
that was just probably him being his mother dressing, being fly, and stuff like that. I mean, that I ain't gonna disparage the mother because she dressed her child in designer clothes or
yeah,
fly clothes.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
I agree. To me, I felt a sense of jealousy when his
But that's
childhood
the
friend was describing him.
yeah
When
him. He's the one that need to be dragged because you lived in the home with you and your mama lived in the home with Mrs. Combs and Sean. You was there with him from childhood, 8, 9, 10 years old. They said that, right?
mm-hmm.
So he was raised with them. Then he worked at Bad Boy with him. He was around him through all the years. Matter of fact, he had remember on the Peacock one, he had the gold and the platinum records on his wall from he was a part of different albums and records that apparently
He's
that
got song credits. Then
song credits, right?
you telling me.
He was a part. He was there. He did something with Bad Boy. Gave him a job. He did something. Okay, so my thing now, you disparaging the man. You saying he was evil. He's this and that. You saw him. He talked about how he was handsy with Misa. That he would was beating her up and all kind of stuff. He was like that with all the women in his life. Okay, even probably even prior to Misa coming to the picture.
Right.
So I said this to Detroit. If one of your homeboys is stomping and kicking and dragging their girlfriend, are you going to just sit there and still hang out with this guy? I mean, like, to me, the people who are around Diddy, Sean Combs, who allowed this, same with R. Kelly, you're just as complicit. So you can't sit there and say surviving Diddy and surviving R. Kelly or surviving Bill Cosby or whoever the people are. If you sit there and you witnessed it and didn't do nothing about it. And now all these years later, 30 years later, yeah, he was a monster. He was a monster back in 1972 when we was kids. Like, you knew that then. So why you
Well, I don't think he described him as a monster when he was a kid. He described him as somebody that got bullied. And
Yeah.
usually kids that get bullied end up
I mean, I might be
becoming monsters
exaggerating when I
when
said
they're
that. So
adults.
let me just put that out there because I might be putting 20 on 10. I mean, but he did talk about his personality and who he was, and then he did talk about him being abusive. Now that part I do remember. I'm very clear on that part that he was abusive. So if that's the case, especially with the women part, okay, a lot of people a-holes, but abuse is something totally different.
That
Right.
is true.
So
It's two people to blame for what he did is his daddy and his mama. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
It has to be from his upbringing. They talked about what type of parties the mother gave. And that was in the Peacock one.
yeah, yeah.
They really talked about his childhood, like what he witnessed as a child.
He probably did. I don't doubt that one bit. I really
Hi-
don't.
His mama
I
the
mean,
one
he's
bought him
not
all
the
them
first person
clothes.
that spoke about it either. The childhood friend Tim, he's not the only one that spoke about it. You know who said something and hinted to it? Do y'all
Who?
know?
Talking about
Dapper Dan. The
y- y-
the Harlem, the guy in Harlem that makes all of the clothes, that made all
Dapper
of the
Dan. Dapper Dan.
yeah.
diaper Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he elaborated on it like,
Oh,
I
that
knew his parents.
the mother was into the freak parties and whatnot.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
That's the
Okay.
scary part, what
Mhm.
he witnessed and if anything was done to him.
and that's what I said. But
Okay, but
he,
who introduced him to the abuse? Because his daddy was gone before he was born.
And so
So
there
who
you
did?
go.
So
There
was the
you
mother
go.
around? Was the mother around men who was abusive? Did she get beat up and slapped and dragged and stuff? Where you learn this from?
Exactly.
Because it's not, you're not born necessarily with this behavior. Sometimes you learn it as a child. You saw it.
is the people. I'm gonna stop being nice for a minute. It's Puff Mama was a 304, man. It was she was bringing them hood dudes around her doggone kid. Remember,
Yeah.
she was with a drug kingpin. I don't want to say kingpin, but
Well,
a
he wasn't
drug
no
dealer.
kingpin. He
Well, he
just
was
was
a
an
drug dealer, but
associate.
He was a
he
spoke in the wheel, y'all.
Yeah, he
yeah.
was
For
an
real. A
associate. It
spoke
was
in
an
the wheel
associate.
that's almost that supposedly squealed. I'll say
Well, he was a I mean a drug dealer hustle, whatever you
No,
want to call him.
he was a drug dealer hustler, yeah,
You
but
know,
he wasn't no kingpin. He worked for people and he ratted on people, and then that's what got him taken out of here. So
yeah, but she was on in that lifestyle. Once
right,
you in that
cool.
lifestyle, you ain't. Some people they can get so used to it because that fast money. She
Mhm.
was meeting all type of drug dealers. That wasn't the last person. She was
No, just
getting it
because her
in.
husband died doesn't mean she didn't date other men. She just didn't
Yeah,
remarry. She just didn't remarry. But that doesn't mean she didn't have other men in her life that
and
were
she was bringing these dudes
Mhm.
around her son that he was seeing that type of stuff.
Okay.
In my opinion, I mean, because if I mean, I hate to say this, but if you would I'm gonna just be real. The only way you're gonna be an abusive man if that's around your surrounding. Like you gotta deal with your mama getting abused or you're seeing your daddy
A
do
lot of
it.
times that's what they do learning from. I ain't saying every single
Oh,
case,
okay.
but I mean, but a lot of cases. If you witnessed your dad dragging and beating your mother, it's sometimes you might end up thinking that you might end up subconsciously,
Yeah.
not he's teaching it, you just seeing it, and you might end up doing it as you get older. That does happen. It
Mm.
does happen. And Suburban's right. Men don't watch men beat women. Yeah, real men. But
Real
obviously
man.
Tim ain't a real man because
Yeah, I
Tim
was
said
gonna
he
get to
witnessed.
that.
Yeah, because Tim obviously is not a real man. That's why he need to be dragged with his little scarecrow looking hat on his head, looking stupid. He's sitting there talking about yeah, he used to be handsy with the women. He did stuff to Misa and all that. Okay, well then what did you do? But you were so worried about probably getting cut off, the money and the fame and the going to the parties and
People
you
will
know.
freaking lower their morals for the dollar. So it's testing a lot of people's morals here.
Yeah, because trust me, I'm not putting on no superhero cape for Diddy, Sean Combs, Puffy, whatever you want to call him. I don't give a damn what happened to him. But I'm saying, but I have to be fair. If you sat there and watched it, since you've known him forever, you know him longer than any of the people. So then, why? I'm not saying you can stop anybody. He probably can't stop it, but why would you be involved with him for a long time? He stayed with him for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
he was all part of Bad Boy and all that
how
when
long the
Biggie was there
bodyguard
and all
stayed
that.
with him.
So,
I said, look how long the bodyguard stayed with him.
and he's another one
Both
that
of
needs to
them.
be going in the garbage. The bodyguard.
Okay, but we gonna get. I
Roger
remember I got
Bond.
a special part for y'all. We gonna get to that, and let's go to the next topic, which is hold on. Now we get to his incidents. The first incident was with Nas with the "Hate Me Now" video with Steve Stout. Nas.
I remember that.
This shows his violent side. And I think this is not even the first incident. The first incident was the domestic incident with Misa. And there was no charges filed. And it was more and more. And now all of this paperwork is coming up, even though it was dismissed. Or you know how people do domestic things. Sometimes one person the victim don't show up to court. This is before things started getting where even if you don't show up, the state could press charges in some states.
Right.
So,
and it's still hard now with domestic violence. It's not easy. It's still not easy. Yeah.
But
so.
DV, so.
Oh yeah, DV. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I made a mistake too. They curving us, and it seemed like the more and more we talk, the more and more they trying to censor us now.
No, you good. Everything is good. I hear y'all clearly. I mean, StringYard is just broken at this point, but it is what it is. Y'all hit that like button for Moochie and put in the algorithm like she asked y'all to do.
Right.
Let me say something about Mr. Steve Stouch. You can hate me. Now he is a better man than me, bro. I couldn't do it because y'all do know that after that, years has passed. They have hung out together.
That's right.
It's like nothing happened.
Yeah, like nothing happened. He better than me though.
And look, he only had to do 1 day of domestic violence. I mean, anger management.
Yeah. So
1 day. Now you don't change your behavior in 1 day. Oh, just 1 day, 1 session of anger management class. You don't change your behavior in 1 day.
Okay, he said he had one opportunity to be one of the greatest in the industry, but he went one way when he could have went the other way and had a real movement for people. He ruined his life and others because of his fetish. I believe he was groomed and then he started liking it. That's my thought.
And also power will make you change
who you are.
Who you are. Yes. Power will make you greedy and make you look, I know look, we saw no, this is going down a different rabbit hole, but look at like when Snowfall with Franklin, like once you get that money, you start acting crazy and then it take over you. So That's but this guy, he had power, Puffy, and that's why he really felt like I can count, and he had the power to take out of people, not to take get rid of people's careers, and you won't be able to work in the industry no more. You know,
Right.
I mean, maybe Steve Stouts was mad at that though, because like no matter how much power Steve Stouts had, but he didn't have at the time, he didn't have that type of power that
no,
Puff did though. But still though, you couldn't pay me to hang out with this brother. He'd have
no.
beat you bad, man. And this ain't allegedly, this is facts.
Slapped him in the face, bust a
Yeah.
champagne bottle on top of his head and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Now
Stephen Harris.
we're gonna go to this is the second incident. This is December 1999. It was other things between this though too, like
There was a
different
whole lot
fights.
of stuff. Yeah, it
Well,
wasn't one or
actually,
two
the
incidents.
college, before that, the college.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to touch on that real quick.
Can I touch on that?
Yeah, because I know you
Um,
said you wanted to touch on that.
yeah, advisor. I'm gonna do a voiceover for Moochie when people get emotional. I'm gonna say, please don't get emotional. So I'm gonna do a drop for Inga and Inga and Moochie, by the way. But I don't believe that story because in college, they have security, especially in Howard.
You talking
And
about the girl that was in the dark, in the shadow?
yeah, in the
I had
shadow.
trouble with her too. That's why I didn't even take a screenshot of her. For
Yeah,
real. For real, for real.
yeah,
Wait a
and
minute,
I'm
wait a
not.
minute. Feel like she was one of those people that came out of the woodworks.
Yeah, she
And that's
came out of
my
the
thought
woodwork.
on it.
I didn't believe nothing. She was. I ain't now we know Puff is a
Are
piece.
you talking about the incident at City College? That
No,
actually
we talking
happened.
No,
about
we talking about in
not the one
Howard,
at City College. We talking about the incident at Howard.
Howard
Oh no, I didn't
University.
believe her. Oh, okay. I was jumping ahead. Okay, I thought you was talking about City College. I'm about to say no, that
Yeah,
was
no,
real.
that was before City College.
Okay, no, but the one. No, I'm with y'all on. I'm on the same page now. No, I didn't believe. I don't. That's what I'm saying. Some people, I think, trying to jump on the bandwagon.
No,
So I agree.
if people is jumping on the bad one and is lying, you making it bad for all the victims or the woman that has been terrorized and disrespected from this dirty man, Sean Combs. I'm not gonna call him no Diddy, Sean Combs, and y'all make it out. You know that didn't happen. And what I hate to say this, man, but I just it just make me mad that I see a lot of women when you see somebody a woman hollering that's getting hurt, why don't you call the police?
That's what I'm saying.
I
And
can't stand that, man. I don't respect no woman that sees this and then they wait 20, 12, 15 years to say something about it. That's just me.
Howard does have Howard University sits right in the city of Washington D.C. They do have security up there, and the police would have been up there in a flash.
Exactly.
That's why I don't believe that one.
No, that one
I
I
don't
ain't
believe it
sure
neither,
about.
though.
I need more proof on
The
that. I'm
way
not
she
going on her
described
word
it,
on
I
that.
had problems with it.
But Moochie and Inga,
And I don't want to say I don't believe it, but it was questionable to me.
I don't
I
believe.
hate
I'm
to say
sorry,
it.
Inga. I'm
It's
sorry, Inga. I don't
questionable. It's
believe it,
definitely
man.
questionable. I need more proof. I need more proof.
Uh,
I don't
uh,
believe it.
I don't believe. I just feel like at the point, if you not, I don't even understand the industry, but I give y'all that if you scared to get away from the industry and you don't want to be blackballed, I wouldn't do it, but I give them that if everybody because all I keep hearing people tell me they were scared to lose their job, so I go with that. But if you in college, he at the time Puff wasn't even I mean he was popular, but he wasn't. This dude wasn't no billionaire. He wasn't no multi-millionaire. You could have called the police, the security at Howard University would have went on and locked him up. They'd have put handcuffs on him. He would have been in jail if this would have happened. I'm sorry, ladies, but I don't believe the story.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
I'm
I'm
with
kind of
that.
with you on that one too. Yeah. Mm.
And DeMarcus said these women showing loyalty to Sean Cole. That's all. I mean, DeMarcus, that might be true, but that ain't the type of loyalty that you want to be around, like the show too.
Mm.
Horrible.
All right, well.
I thought I had the pictures from, you know how you be thinking you load pictures. I thought I
Mm-hmm.
did with the city college thing.
But that city
I
college thing
know
was real. And a lot of people lost their life. At least good 10, almost 15 people.
Oh, that's
9.
real.
It
That's
was 9
real.
of them.
Well, okay, I may be adding extra numbers, but I thought it was at
No,
least 10
people
people.
got hurt though, Inga. So you right. It probably was like a lot of that, but
Well, a lot of people got hurt. They might
people
the
lost
numbers
their
of hurt
life, but a lot of people got hurt.
the numbers that hurt people got hurt might be 30, 40, 50 people. Because remember, there was so many people piling on top of each other, pushing on each
Mm-hmm.
other, climbing on top of each other. That one girl's face got mashed down to the face and the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm.
mean, that was sad. I really wanted to cry on that part because that was really sad. And I remember that story. You know, I wasn't in New York when it was going on, but that trickled across. Everybody heard that story.
You
If you
know, I
Yeah.
want
was
to say
around,
something about what
you were around on that time, you heard that story.
I want to say something with my sister Moochie getting our picture together. I know y'all remember this. This is really recent. It ain't been no 10 years. Remember the situation what happened with Travis Scott?
Yeah. What when he
Yeah,
ran from him? You mean?
No, not that. I'm talking about the
Oh no.
situation when
people
uh,
get
got
Oh,
hurt or whatever, like at his
yeah.
concert.
yeah. It was something similar to that.
It was something similar, but the problem is, and I'm not. I think both parties was wrong on that. It wasn't they try to put everything to Travis Scott, but you can't put you couldn't do that because they even said they was asking for more security, and then you know I ain't gonna get into that, but this was worse than the
Oh,
Travis Scott situation because they told this man that yo you are this not gonna be able to hold them many people at this college. You don't it ain't enough room. And he was like, forget it. I don't care what y'all say. And that's why, you know what I mean, what happened, and he didn't hold himself accountable. All he wanted to do is give 50,000 and think that's supposed to make the family happy.
yeah. That was crazy to me because he paid
Yeah.
for that ticket.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
paid
one
for
guy
that
said he got
ticket.
50, another guy said he got like 40 something thousand. That's to me, that was no enough money. I lost my sister, I lost my child, I lost my whoever. That was yeah, that's they just wanted to go away. Now, okay, I want to ask this to y'all. What responsibility do you think Heavy D played in this as well? Because I mean, because remember, it was both Sean and Heavy.
Well, his name was on the bill, and they also mentioned it how um money, like he walked away with the money too, but at the door.
Mm-hmm.
They talked about it like it was like a lot of underhanded things going on with that.
Mm-hmm.
That happened when that what year that happened in?
That happened in shoot. I want to say it was the early 90s.
The early night it happened. Now, if I had
He
to get put,
offered him 50,000, and he had all of them plaques on the wall. He was making money then.
yeah, he
He was
was.
already a millionaire. They said.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
already a millionaire.
Now you said what responsibility Heavy D play a part. Now Heavy D, and I'm not putting the cape on for him, but Heavy D was already the part of like he would just put he had to put his name on there for people can come out, you
Because
know.
he was a
So
big star.
he was
Yeah.
a big star, but Puff was the promoter. If you a promoter, that goes on you.
No, I'm not saying he intended for the stampede to happen, but he continued to sell tickets when they knew that the venue was filled to the capacity. He sold tickets at the door, and there was people still coming with
Right.
tickets.
And then why did WBLS was going to radio telling everybody and their mama to show up? That made it
Mhm.
worse too.
My thing is this: if it was in today's time, they would have sued the radio station too. But do you think I'm going too far?
Oh yeah, in today's time,
No,
maybe everybody involved might get sued. I don't
it
know.
would have been a
I mean, the
radio
radio just
station,
wait a minute, the radio might just be doing their job, just promoting the thing. So maybe I ain't gonna put it on the radio,
but
but they did put it out there and it made it worse
Inga,
because
they still will sue him though. Even though the radio station doing their job, they
mhm,
still will sue because you know it's all about getting that money. At the point they don't care
that's
about.
true.
They'll
That's
be like,
true.
"Well, the radio station did this. They'll put the radio station into this and all type of stuff." Dang, they would do a lot of that, man.
She had her hand in this also.
I'm not gonna say she had her hand in doing anything. I'm gonna say that she knows things that went
had
down.
tickets and stuff like that. Everybody probably had tickets and gave them out and things of that nature.
No, I'm not gonna say. Well, why would I say she have her hand in anything that happened with
Yeah,
Sean Combs? I'm gonna say that
I don't totally
she
agree with
knows
that.
things that went down. That knowing and having your hand involved is two different things. Like I
Right.
can know some things, but I ain't got. I wasn't involved in it, but yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? That's two different things. So
Why
yeah, I
would she
think
do
she knows
anything
a
about? I
lot.
mean, what y'all want Mary to do? See, DeMarcus don't like 50 Cent and Mary J. Blige for I don't know
Okay,
why, but we got to get people got to get out their feelings for certain instances like this.
I
Why
don't
would
think she
Mary
had
J.
her hand in anything that had to do with the horrible monster stuff he was doing. But I
I
think that
agree.
she knows things. She
knowing
knows
things and knowing
Kim was her
things?
is different
No,
from being involved in it.
I
That's
right?
what
think
I'm
No,
she
saying.
knows things and she was put in compromising positions.
Yeah,
she know.
Kim Porter was one of her best friends, one of her good friends. She
No,
knows
the
what
other
was
one,
going on.
the other one.
Lisa was
I mean,
brother.
Misa.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
Misa. But still, she knew Kim. She knew that Kim was probably being abused too, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
I'm
I mean,
without.
but
You know,
at
I
this
don't
point
say
though,
it's
Mary J.
alleged, but I'll
Blige was
say
dealing with
alleged
her
anyway.
own. At this
I
point, Mary
think
J.
she was a
Blige.
victim in this too.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
think I
she's
don't
a
think Mary
victim.
did anything to anybody. I just think, but I do, and I'm not. You know, I just think that she knows. Like it's just
well, but at
yeah,
this point, Mary J. Blige is dealing with her own situation.
right. She
Like
got her
what
own stuff
she
going on.
got her own problems. Like just because we know a lot of things about our friends, but sometimes what you want her to do, okay, what she gonna do? Call the
Yeah, Demarcus,
police?
if you know something about one of your friends, that doesn't mean you involved. You just know. You just
Yeah.
know. You might have witnessed it or seen it.
Okay,
That doesn't
oh,
mean you're
this
involved
what
in
they
it.
want her to do. Right, hold on. Let me say this, man. They want her to sit there and call the police. I have called the police one time, even tried to help the person when they told me they was the guy was domestic violence or whatever like that, just to try to help her. She went back with her. So what a man supposed to do? If Mary J. Blige would have did that, she would have ended up. Kim Porter ain't man. Let's stop this playing, man. Kim Porter ain't no saint. She did some things too she ain't had no business doing. And they ain't gonna talk about that though. By taking
Yeah,
L be
it
sure.
was some dirt. Yeah, we'll get we don't
We
want to jump
getting
all
there.
over
We
that. Go
getting
ahead,
there.
we gonna
Yeah, because I'm gonna cook tonight because we ain't
driving
gonna
this
get
train. Let
oh
her
my
do it.
bad, Musha, because I was about to cook because I don't care
Yeah,
what
I
All
know,
right.
but I'm
yeah.
gonna
Well,
go
you
jump.
see where the next stop is. The next
I'm
stop is
gonna jump in the
December
frying pan with you and
1990.
cook. But that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next stop is December 1999, y'all. You know what night this was? This was the night of the Pow
The truth
Pow
ain't
incident.
talking about the truth hurts. The truth ain't hurting me.
Right.
I ain't gonna read the comments. Keep on, Moochie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he don't
I
worry
ain't
about
reading
it,
the
Inga.
comments.
He just trolling
That's
at
what I'm
this
saying.
point.
That's a
Don't
lot
worry
of stuff
about
you
it.
gotta ignore. But go ahead. This is what I was saying earlier about ignoring people. Go ahead.
Okay, so we got Natasha Griffin, right? This is one of the victims that has kept her story even in court that she was a victim of Diddy and he was at the other end of that hammer.
That pound, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I believe this lady. I believe
I
her
believe
story
her
has been the
too.
same since 1999.
Mm-hmm.
Her
I'm
story's
sure
been the same, and she's still saying the same thing. And so has Shine. And I think Shine got a raw deal.
this woman right here is the most authentic woman on this documentary. I believe her story 120%. The other
Because
woman's
look, and you
questionable.
seen her laying there with her a bandage across her face. So it's not like she's
Right.
making it up. We got proof of this. And
What did y'all think about him?
this guy, go ahead and tan to him, Detroit.
This is the
uh
limo driver. He was supposed to take the charge, but then I look. He didn't. He ended up telling the truth, Inga.
he did tell the truth. He did. He ain't no people. I don't call him a snitch. He is a civilian. He did what he was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's up to the law of New York City. They didn't do their job by
He
prosecuting the Puff.
he was offered $50,000 to
I
say that the Pow Pow was his.
I believe that judge was paid off. You know, they brought in Johnny Cochran, and Johnny knows a lot of people. Johnny might have knew that judge. As much as I love Johnny Cochran now, but Johnny and the other team he had, the other lawyers, and then turns out, and when I reviewed the Shine documentary, which is on my page, I reviewed it when it first came out. That Shine Sean believed, and Sean's mama too said that they believed that their lawyers was working with Johnny Cochran and them. So he really didn't have no chance.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, they would
they
start. I mean, they would start. My bad, Moochie, for you.
no, go ahead.
They was now. Do I believe Johnny Cochran paid him off? I believe Johnny Cochran used his fame. He was at the point of Johnny Cochran was more famous than some rappers was.
Yeah.
They was starstruck when
This
they
was
saw
after
him in the
the OJ
courtroom.
thing.
Yeah.
And Johnny Cochran in New York?
Mm-hmm.
So
He
everybody
went
was
from East
starstruck.
from West
Everybody, oh,
Coast
they
to
go
East
Johnny
Coast?
Cochran.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
think he was
Sean's mama
very
said.
intimidating.
Yes.
Yes, right. And that's what Sean's mother said, and Sean said in his documentary that his lawyer, Sean's lawyer, seemed like they were starstruck by Johnny. And
Mhm.
Sean's lawyer said, "Oh yeah, I knew Johnny. We were colleagues. We know each other, not like friends, but they know each other from the, you know, the in that field of what they do." So I just think that I don't think Sean had a chance. He didn't
I
have
agree.
no dogs that was gonna go up against. He had no bulldogs that was gonna go up against Johnny Cochran, and everybody was scared of Johnny Cochran because this was right off the OJ thing, so everything was fresh.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you saw how bad he tore them to shreds up there.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that they didn't want that happening too. I just think Sean ain't no thinking. Sean was the fall guy. It's not no alleged or anything. He was the fall guy. He said out his own mouth. So
They
and him,
did him dirty
him
though.
and that
They
him,
did.
Sean and that lady that you just showed, their stories have been the same and consistent since 1999.
She ain't never lied.
Neither
Yeah.
one of them have lied. But Sean had the money, he had the power, he had the fame, the celebrity, all of that. So how you gonna go up against that?
Exactly. So now we gonna move on, and this is the next thing: reality TV and home
Mm,
life. So it's like he got a trail of victims, yo. I
mm.
mean, throughout every aspect.
Okay.
Okay,
The,
so where we
the white guy who worked for him.
yeah, he
He,
worked for the he was on the production team for two of the reality shows.
right. And I've watched
Like remember that he had actually three reality shows. Remember they had the assistant who wanted to work for Diddy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then they had the making of the band,
Mm-hmm.
1 and 2, because they had the
Mm-hmm.
girl group, and then they had the guy group, and then they had the rap.
Right.
Mm.
Well, this guy, I'm not saying that Sean didn't come down the steps naked and all that, but what kind of man go sit there and stay in a room and watch him come down the steps naked?
Mm.
Any
Mm.
kind
Somebody
of
that
Mm.
need
straight
a
man.
job.
I'm not listening to what he's saying. He just want to get paid. He just want to be on the document. He just want to be relevant. He said nothing that made me say, "Oh my God, yeah." It was he just wanted to be relevant.
Mm. Mm.
You
What
Mm.
was
stood
the
there
reason?
while he coming down the step, and the man come down the step buck naked. Come on,
Yeah, he seemed like he wanted to just put that story out there.
He just in the documentary at this point just stealing money because he lying.
right.
Now,
Even if he did do it, what man stays there and watch it?
not me. I wouldn't. But getting to Don Richards, that story is about 85% for me true. Because I watched the making of the band for the boy group and that woman. I mean, actually all three. I mean, the rap group mixed with
And
the
D Woods
singing.
too. Her
It,
story to me, she because
oh yeah,
Diddy
D
kicked
was
her
yeah.
out. What did y'all think of the story she told about Aubrey and everything? And then she had the text messages, and she told her to save the text messages and things like that.
I agree. I agree. I believe it because he got kicked out the group.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
so
Both
that.
of
now
them
we
did.
finally know
Y'all
what
can go
was
on
the
YouTube
reason
and still
for
watch
all
the
of that
clips. It's hilarious.
happening.
What you say? I can't hear you.
I'm sorry.
No,
She
go ahead.
go ahead, Inga. You said something about you could see what?
Oh, I said you can find all the clips from all the making of the bands, still on YouTube. Some of them are hilarious. I crack
I
up
know
laughing
some of them
every
are
time I see
missing
'em.
though because they was bringing those things up too.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it was at one time making a band was on the Paramount app with MTV,
They
You can
took it
find on
off,
but
didn't
now
they?
they took all of them off.
yeah, but you can find on YouTube. You can find on YouTube. It's still on there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, then I forgot to say something about the chef,
Go
right?
go
I
back
yeah,
bel
to
that's I want to talk about the chef next. I'm sorry.
okay, with the chef, I believe her story because now
She had a
uh,
journal.
what she had a journal.
she got a journal with that
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, she
You know what I
did.
mean?
Yeah.
She wrote that stuff, everything that went down. So I ain't
Hmm.
gonna spend too much time on her because I mean the story came out about 2023 anyway. And if you don't believe, you can read her story in the Rolling Stones too, because they talked
Yeah.
about her too. So you know,
Right.
Hmm.
And he was really, really verbally abusive to her.
I
No, and the
know.
thing is that this is where we talk about power play because he could have if she had quit or he fired or whatever,
Hmm.
he could have ruined her career to not work in the industry of a chef. You know, no restaurants, no other personal chef of other people. He could have done that. He could have put a nasty word out for her. So she had to walk on eggshells with this. You know, so I believe her story. Now D Woods, did he do something to her, or he was just saying little comments like, "Oh, you're
He was talking about her weight and I think it was because she had a little spunk. She wasn't going to back down and she wasn't going to be a yes person to him. She
Hmm.
probably disagreed with a lot of things he says. So you know what? I see these two talk a lot, so I know she told her what I did. You know he's a Scorpio. We going me and Detroit are Scorpios. He going to
Right.
analyze every situation.
Yep. Yep. And that's what he did.
Yup, and put her right, like, all right, nah, you gotta go too. You just gonna be a
Hmm.
casualty in this because I can't trust you.
yeah, yeah." No, I get that part. But I was just based on.
He was
I mean,
trying to line her
but
up
but
though.
yeah, but did he? But he didn't sexually assault her, right? He was just talking about.
He did though. That's sex. I mean, when you talk about somebody weight and then
He was just body shaming her. That's
God
he
all he
was
said.
like
shaming.
it was
Okay,
like
He didn't
okay. I just want to
essay
be
her.
clear.
He
Yeah, I
did
just
yeah
not
want to be
essay
clear.
her.
Okay, all right, all
he
right,
body shamed her. He was telling her to turn around and everything like that.
right,
It
right.
Tell
was
her
Just
she
being
was
a
a
documented on
creep.
TV.
cheeseburger
He's
away.
definitely being a creep. Yeah, definitely.
And probably he probably wanted to hit, but she probably was like no. And then the fact that she had Aubrey told her like he knew that Aubrey was telling her information, got the text message. That's why he got rid of both of them.
I don't mean no harm though. Aubrey got on my last nerve. I thought she was a bitch on that show. She got on my nerves. But I don't know what happened behind the scenes.
But
You
she
know,
kept
she's saying that Diddy was. I'm only talking about the edited stuff that we saw. She was real, bitchy. But she's saying they're saying that he was sending her, like pretty much,
He was
eggplant
picky.
post
Mm-hmm.
pictures of himself and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Of his eggplant.
I could believe it
Oh, I
because
believe that. I do believe that.
she the one she been calling him out for years.
For years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She says she still got all this proof and stuff. You think she gonna be a witness at the court case?
She
Yeah,
could,
she didn't.
yeah,
I don't even think she took the deal with the getting the royalties.
she
That's
didn't.
why
It wasn't worth nothing. So it wasn't no I mean, by the time
it
he did give
wasn't.
it,
I don't think any
yeah,
of
by the
them
time
took
he
it.
gave the royalties to people, it was pennies on the dollar. It was nothing.
I
He had
don't
he had,
think
he
any
had
of them took it except for one per. I think Mace did because it's the way his wording was with certain things.
well, it definitely wasn't. He ran everybody's stuff down to the ground, so it wasn't worth nothing really. That's why he didn't care about
Right.
doing it,
Right.
giving them because it wasn't worth nothing. Yeah. So yeah, Miss Niecy, I believe Aubrey. I mean, yeah, even though she was, a little bitchy on that show, she got on my nerves. But
They added
I
that though.
believe
They
but
added that
that's
to
Audrey.
make her
a
look
lot of
crazy.
editing. I do realize that. Yes, I do. I am
I
aware. It's a
I
reality
believe
show.
I believe Aubrey, but I also feel like how can I say it? Diddy manipulated the situation for the
To
public's
make
view.
him look good too.
Yeah,
And
because
Hmm.
make
I
and make
remember
them
how
girls
they
look
was
bad.
she was
Yeah.
hanging out with the Kardashians and stuff like that at that time when they had like a hiatus for a while. And then when they came back together, it was like her attitude. He tried to make it seem like her attitude was so I guess how you said she was
Well,
like
maybe
bitchy or whatever.
maybe people start putting her on game and say, look, you ain't gotta take it from this dude. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
So
I'm saying. That's what
yeah,
I like. You know how somebody be like, man, you don't got to do all of that, and then people put the battery in your back where you going, yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna stand up to him. So it seemed
right.
like it was something like that. But I
Hmm.
do believe her.
I do too. Yeah, I want to see
Yeah,
the dirt she got on him.
me
I'm just
too.
nosy like that. I want to see it.
Now, what y'all think about Little Rod?
Oh, well, that's a pause in his
Yeah, I
name.
don't like call. Let's just say Rod. I don't want to call him no little Rodney. We just call him Rodney.
Rodney Jenkins, Little Rod.
I don't know about him, man. I'm just gonna say
Yeah,
I no comment because I don't want to like he could be telling the truth, he could be lying too. Well, like
I think
honestly,
it's half
I
and
don't
half for
know.
him.
He
It's a half
didn't
and
he
half.
didn't pay her for doing that album.
He definitely did, and that's why he telling the story.
What
It's
about
half and half with Rodney. It's half and half. Some
Hmm.
stuff I think. Okay, let me ask you one thing about Rodney. Let me ask y'all opinion. That's that part in the his allegations is that he had to go and Diddy would go into the bathroom and take off his clothes and go in the shower and want everybody to come in there, something like that. Well,
I believe about 75% of that.
yeah, I say
he
at
had
50
pictures,
50.
y'all? Look, look.
Yeah,
He had pictures.
he
Well,
do,
yeah,
he
you
do.
did see all that. I did see all that video footage. That was crazy. Some of that video footage they was showing. Now, and now, who was this? The lady in the red. Who was she? How she get involved? Who was
She
she
was
to
one of
Diddy?
the producers' girlfriend.
Yeah, girlfriend. Yeah,
Put in
One of the producer's
a
girlfriend. Okay.
compromising. She was basically great.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. She was. Yeah. I think I believe her. I think I
She
do.
she
Yeah, I
was
think I
they
do.
put allegedly, you know what I mean? Because because we I ain't like Inga said, I don't know these people. I wasn't there, but I believe. But allegedly, somebody put some in her drink.
Well, it was with this her whole story. Even though it's
Hmm.
allegedly, it's on video. So
Right.
they got audio, they got everything, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
no, I believe her story. I believe her story. Yeah, she the way she told it sound convincing too. So
Now I don't know if this is the same one where they were saying that the girl ended up saying that she, um,
what is up with him wanting to come to the door and down the stairs naked and in the shower? Okay, Lord have mercy. I'm just reading Miss Niecy comments. Lord, it's
he
too
just
much.
like being in the buff.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, he always taking somebody's girl. He did that with Kim Porter.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
it's like the same MO with all of that.
that was
Yeah.
nasty
He
work.
like it,
That was
he gonna
very
go
nasty
after
work.
it.
Yeah. I mean, Kim Porter allowed it. She ain't innocent one bit.
Yeah, I mean, unless he threatened her, some
Oh
kind of way.
man,
But
that was all about that
I'm
money.
not. Yeah, that's what I think it was because he had more. He probably was. She, I don't know. He might have more money than Al B at the time. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what was going on, but I mean, but Al, at the time though, Al B was the hottest thing. He was hot as fish grease back then.
Yeah,
You can't
that's
think. I'm not. Yeah, don't think about the Al B now. You got to think about the Al B of that time. He was a
But that
sex
money.
symbol. That first album he had was fire. It's
Oh,
still a
that's why
great
that
album.
that. But that's why she was with him. But the money though.
The money started probably drying up, and then so she goes over to Sean.
I mean, you
So
got to think
then,
about it. I mean,
really,
at
I
the height
don't know.
of
I'm just
his he made Forever My Lady. Then he was not even on Bad Boy yet. So yeah, okay, did get the deal with Bad Boy,
I mean,
and then
Clyde Davis snapped you, it's a different story. I mean,
yeah,
it's so many angles to this documentary
yeah.
that it probably need to be
exactly.
like a part two. To be honest with you, it is. I mean, Clyde Davis. I mean, low key groomed him. You know what I
Yep,
mean?
and then
Vetted
it's
him,
like
whatever you want to
he's not
say.
even spoken about. They not even bringing him to the table with none of this stuff. I
Oh
feel like
no.
Oh no, and
he
now,
needs to be brought in too.
yeah, but Moochie ain't gonna happen now because of the fact that, well, for a number of reasons, it's because he's pale color. They ain't gonna bring him to the table. But the other reason is now he claiming he got dementia, Alzheimer's or something.
Yeah,
So
like how the mob.
that's what his people saying. Oh, he got Alzheimer's or dementia. So now all of a sudden he don't know nothing. So and Miss Lisa, right? Kim was blinded by the money. So
yeah,
that's
She
why
was.
she got to take some responsibility.
She need to be helped.
but she was getting child support too, though.
And she the reason why that Quincy don't even respect his own father. Because she sit there and lied to him and
That's the part I don't like about that.
She told, according to him, just according to Al, that she told him, look, just leave it alone, just back away, and so he backed away based on Kim, right? Isn't that what he said? Some, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but didn't he say something like that in the Peacock documentary?
That's what he said, but he ain't say every
that anyway. That he backed away because Kim came to him and told him to just leave it alone. But you going around and acting like this your son, and then also the boy is growing up thinking that that's his father. Like, yeah, he has no respect for his father, for his biology.
He ain't got no respect. And the thing about it is, and Quincy, I'm about to cook and Inga about to help me cook. I don't respect you, Quincy, because you know why I don't respect you? Because you sit there and No Puff did all these things and people saying it. You ever heard when somebody two things can be true? He don't believe none of that. He believe everything that when Puff telling him that he didn't do that. You seen this man put his drag Cassidy across the doggone hotel lobby.
Right, kicked her in her face and all
that. Kicked her in the face, and you still holding hands. I know he got twin. That's his twin. I mean his twin sister. I get it, but just because that's I don't have to support that. And you still going to the case talking about I love you, daddy. Man, you weak, bro. I don't support.
Yeah, when he posted
none
that
of you
thing
saying,
about I love
man.
you, daddy, he wasn't talking about Al B. That's the thing, is that he's
clown, dog.
I'm not saying Al B is
manipulated and molded from an early age.
Yeah, and people can mess your head up
from him because I'm sure
snap out of this until he gets older. How old is he? In his 30s?
Yeah.
He's about 34 years old. I hear what you're saying, Moochie, but when you see it on tape,
it
evidence.
Looks bad.
It looks bad.
Does.
Like, come on, man.
He was brainwashed.
It definitely
I don't think
he was brainwashed. That's for sure. That's why he thinks like this. Yeah.
I agree with you that he brainwashed, but when you see it on tape, that brainwashed stuff go out the window, man.
You would think so, but it's almost like how when people get involved in a cult, they get so brainwashed. It's nothing that you can say that's gonna make them not believe what the cult leader saying. And Diddy is like a cult leader to some of these people. You know what I'm saying?
I just feel like he was bribed with everything under the sun, especially as a kid.
All of them kids are brainwashed. I don't know, no disrespect to the children or nothing, but even the twin girls, and we don't see the other girl that much, but the other twin girl, they all look like robots. They all look like they under a trance. All of them.
Yeah.
They just believe anything,
I'm not going. I give them more of a pass because that's really their blood. But him, that's not. He got a father that's still alive.
Right,
his
mother's gone, and that's not his father. So you're right. You right on that. They all weird. I think all of them weird.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Steve said Cassie stayed for the money. So how is it hard to believe Quincy is standing by his bag? Yeah, that might be true, Steve.
Yeah.
He might not want to mess up his inheritance. He probably got a nice fat inheritance. So he probably don't.
If they run through it, because now if they use this thing that they trying to use where they say that he got this from ill-gotten gains, but they can't even say that because everybody knows that Clive Davis put them on.
Oh, wait a minute, too. I also heard that they put some of the royalties in the of the music and stuff into the mama and the kids' names. So some people did get screwed over with their royalty stuff.
Of course.
Matter of fact, Day 26 just said that. They did an interview just other day talking about they ain't getting nothing, and they're talking about it's tied up in with the mother and the kids.
May said that too.
Man, May said that too. Yep.
Now
I'm gonna answer that question when he said he might be getting that money. Man, that man is grown. He been in movies, TV series.
He on Family Business New Orleans.
Right, like that man got his man. I ain't trying to hear that man. Like you sitting there being he a grown man being a thot for some money and knowing that this man that did that to his mama and it's Cassie. If you put
It's
Quincy, man,
questionable about your mother. You know it's
exactly,
questionable about your mother, and you see what he did to Cassie, and you know what he did to Misa. I mean, you
exactly.
was around. You've been around longer than all the children, so you've been around. You've been there from the beginning. He was He was around before all the other kids.
Right. Now
So
my question to y'all with this. Let me go to the poll. I did put a poll up tonight, and this is tonight's poll question. Which I spelled documentary wrong, I think. Which documentary did you like the most? I did a double type, but don't worry about that. Y'all know what I'm trying to ask y'all. Put y'all
Mm-hmm.
vote in.
Mm-hmm.
we'll fix it later.
Look, I ain't had my glasses on when I was typing.
Yeah, y'all understand it. Y'all understand what she talking about.
Yeah. Oh, and that
Exactly.
last chick you just showed.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk. Now,
Ooh.
Inga, did you hear the part? You see the text message, right? I'm gonna take us out for a minute so everybody could see it.
All
Let
right.
me read it
It
again.
said,
Let's
I
see.
had to restart the R. Kelly doc if you want to watch it from where we left off. So this was all when his documentary out, he was watching this. Did you hear the quote that she said that he said, allegedly? There are
Everybody is got a little bit
R.
of R
Kelly
up
and
in there.
all of us. That
But okay, but why this lady? She claims she left. She from Canada. She said at one point after all the abuse and stuff she was going through, she left and went back to Canada. But then because he kept. I'm looking at the doc, and I said, "Oh, I ain't even, I'm gonna be nice. You came back because he was whining, dining, taking care of you, putting money in your pocket, maybe taking care of your mama's bills and everything, and that's why you came. So don't act like you're not. I'm not. I don't
this
know.
is the part where I'm conflicted with a lot of things
Yeah, her
because
no, she can go away because I
She
think no.
tolerated. She tolerated talking about. I heard bad things about you,
But you still
and
got
I
with him
told
anyway.
him.
that's why she knew all of this for years because she came after the pandemic, y'all. I mean, before the pandemic, right before the pandemic. So I'm sure everybody heard stories about him by then.
It's been going on for the 30 years, 30 plus years. This story's about him for
I
30
feel like
plus
she
years.
she came and she took advantage. She like, look, I'm gonna let him see how far I could get with him, so I can pack something away for a rainy day.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
is this legitimate?
I,
I'm not trying to choose sides because people be thinking I'm choosing sides. I'm on both sides of this, y'all.
I
I'm
don't know
choosing
what. I
sides
don't
when it
believe
comes
each.
to this lady. I think she is. I'm not saying she didn't get hurt in the process. I'm sorry for that. But you kept leaving and coming back, leaving and coming back. So I don't know.
You don't got no dog in this race, Moochie. When a man is wrong, they wrong. When a woman is lying, they lying.
Yeah.
Like no, we like Inga was
Like, I'm
always
not
telling
saying
me.
I'm
People,
not
I
right?
saying
don't know these
anything didn't happen
people.
to the
I
lady,
don't
but
know these people.
I don't know these people. That's the thing. People got to stop
hashtag I
getting
don't know these people.
hashtag. We don't know these people. Y'all got to stop being. Y'all too invested in these people's lives to try to sit there and stop and just put get your blinders off and and use your brain for a minute. None of these people in this documentary is other than the lady Shine and the cook is they are even what's the girl name D Woods or whatever like that. Other than that, these people are
Other people is
questionable.
questionable. I agree.
Yeah, like
I do
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
I agree with that.
Man, I think she's trying to get a break. Now all of a sudden she pulls out an old cell phone, pulling up old man. I'm not saying he wasn't a creep and he did some wild stuff, but you kept coming back over and over and being with this man.
let
Exactly.
me
You would
say
still
something
be with
though,
him
ladies.
now if everything wasn't cut off.
I want to ask my ladies this because the ladies is up here. They know. Plus, he definitely got a type. I
Yeah,
noticed
he
this in this
do.
documentary. He either like him younger. I noticed that because Kim Porter was kind of he was older than her. Cassidy, this
I
woman
mean,
from
I think him and Kim Porter was round about like a couple of years. I mean, I think she was like almost the same age as him.
no, he a little bit older than her, but I say
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a
about
little
five
bit.
or 6 years or something
Yeah,
like that. But
yeah.
that woman was younger. If you look at his baby mama, with I guess she's Chinese or whatever.
Yeah, but who is that lady?
She,
The Asian baby he
she
got.
look low key. I hate to say it, she look like 50 Cent baby mama.
She
Yeah,
do.
but it's not her.
But
That's
it's
Yeah,
not her.
not her though. But
Daphne.
that's on.
Her name
But
is
that
Daphne or something like
yeah,
that.
that. But he has a this what Puff did right. He went from two black women, then he went to a Puerto Rican and J Lo. That didn't last long. Then with
Mm-hmm.
Cassie, I think she's mixed with something. Bam.
Yeah,
Think about it.
he got a baby with this chick Sarah who used to be Tupac's old work back in the day. He got
Yeah.
he got a daughter with her. So and
Yeah.
that girl and Kim were pregnant at the same time. That's why the twins and that girl is the same age. They the same age. They the twins and this other child he got, they the same age because they both Kim and the other girl was pregnant at the same time. And that was a chick who used to be with Tupac back in the day. Because there's pictures all internet with it. So that's a proof. That's a real thing.
Y'all know who came with the most information to me though? The assistant. I believe everything he
wait a minute,
said.
but you know the security. Let's go back to them security people. Or you
No,
say
this is what I wanted to go to before we get to that.
Oh, okay.
This is which one gave the most. Either this is the top one is the making of the bad boy Diddy, the making of a bad boy, or the fall of Diddy.
Right. I think the fall of Diddy, the HBO Max,
the fall of Diddy.
Yeah, that one gave the most information.
Which bodyguard gave the most?
Okay, wait a minute. Steve asked in Detroit a question.
Okay, hold on. Let me put it up.
Yes.
Detroit question is wrong. Question: all folks that stayed around for the money should be held accountable. Is Cassie a victim or as guilty as him for participating?
All right. When I say this, please, people who in the playback, just take your blinders up. I'm not being disrespectful because, I know Moochie got a woman in the audience, so I'm not going to sit there and say everything I want to say. But just put it like this: she is a victim because she had got abused for over 12 plus years, but she could have got out that situation too. She could have got out that situation. The only reason she stayed in that situation is because of the money. She not letting me, and I'm not saying that we broke. We blessed to have money, but like if it was me, Paperboy Brillo, whoever, and we did this wouldn't have happened for no 10 years. She would have been gone in about probably 8 months. The fact that he had money and he was a billionaire, she had to risk it all to sit there and her music career wasn't doing good. She was a model, yes, that was good. So she had to stay there to get that money.
Where's
I'm
her
just gonna leave it as that.
Where's her family? Her mother and father.
Right. So she got to take some accountable. She got to be held accountable too for staying that long because you shouldn't let no man beat your brains out, abuse you, and make you do all them stuff that they said allegedly. Allegedly just for secret.
I just don't believe that my father, based on my dad that I know, he would sit there and let me be like in this, like, like how them women was with the R. Kelly thing, and the parents knew that it was going on. Like, you would have been broke the damn door down to get me up out of there, even if you had to die in the process. I just think so.
She got to be, she got to be held accountable though. Like, Cassie, baby girl, I understand what you've been through, but when he put your hands on you, making you sit there and pick other men to do them nasty things that y'all was doing, hey, you let them do. You was getting them. You allegedly, they said low key, you was picking them out. So you held accountable for doing this.
So
you got to take some responsibility.
Yes, Black Queen. Because he got her strung out.
Huh?
I said, do you think it was because he got her strung out?
Yeah, he kept her high. She was on drugs. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He kept her high all the time. Yes, Black Queen. I read the lawsuit, and she did try to leave a few times. Okay, but I have a question. Maybe Black Queen got the answer. What made her? She tried to leave a few times, and he would try to threaten her, keep her drugged up. How did she get away from him at the final time? Did she run like Tina Turner did with her bare feet down the highway?
Well, look, it almost looked like that scene right there when she was running down the hallway. She
Yeah,
ain't had
she
no
was
shoes
trying
on.
to. Yeah, she was. That's fine. I mean, I'm not judging her at all. I do think she's a victim. Hell yeah, I think she's a victim.
Yeah,
I just asking the question because I just don't know.
I'm gonna
How did
answer that
she
for you.
finally get away from him? And then she ended up with the white man that she married and had 2 kids. How did she get away from him?
And I'm gonna. Ooh,
Now, this
I
was
could
the
touch that.
assistant. Do you see all of the voice notes he was leaving them?
Hey, hold on, Moochie. English just cooked right there, but I ain't. Hey, leave me
Oh, God, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, yeah, Moochie the jump,
I'm about
jumping.
to rewind. I
Because
gotta
I was
rewind. I
trying to get
gotta.
the clip up, and then I finally found it. That's I'm
You
I ain't
got
trying.
sorry.
okay. Nisha said that the white guy helped her. Okay,
I ain't
okay.
try. Hold on. English just cooked right there. I ain't. We don't want to be on here too
I'm
long,
not.
but
Yeah,
English,
please. I want to be clear. I'm not judging nobody. I'm just if I don't
English
know, I just
cooking.
don't know.
Only
But
reason
I
I
don't
said
think
it.
I think we looking at things from both angles.
Can I get my perspective of
Sometimes
that?
we
Because
might favor one more than the other.
I'll get my. I was going. I like that Inga said this because I
thank you,
wanted to say it,
Steve.
but I didn't want to be mean. I think
Okay.
she stayed. And ladies can confirm this. Every woman, they always looking for an out. She finally found that out with that white guy. Like he wasn't a billionaire,
That's
but
right.
he made enough money that she ain't never got to worry about nothing to work a day in her life.
Yeah, the personal trainer did give her out.
He gave her out
Her
because if
husband.
her
Yeah,
He gave
husband
her
that she
out.
married to,
married him
exactly.
and them having 2 kids. Yeah.
And I'm just gonna leave it as that because
But where's
she
her?
not
But does she
innocent.
got a family? Like Steve said, look how Method Man responded to his daughter being mistreated. He said, that's a father. Yeah, I just can't see
Hmm.
that my father, especially I ain't talking about my father now as an older man, but in his younger days, and if I just think that he would have, oh no, but I'm breaking the daughter. I'm getting my damn daughter. You know what I'm saying? I just
Yeah,
can you
but
imagine Moochie,
it
your
was
father got not
nah, it
because
wouldn't
you
have
were
that wouldn't
kidnapped.
have
I'm
went
talking
down.
about in you know, I ain't talking about if you and your husband getting into a little spat and stuff like that. My father didn't get all involved in that my relationships like that. I'm talking about abuse and just I don't know. I see what I'm saying. I ain't trying to judge her because he
But
kept
you
her
got
drugged up. He did keep her drugged up.
but you also have to look at it like this. Everything that she owned was in his name that she thought
Right.
she had.
Well,
Hmm.
So
like
and
Tina
he was taking
Turner. Tina
care of
Turner didn't have nothing.
too.
Yeah. It was
He was
like
And
taking
that.
care of her parents too. So everybody was complacent with a lot of
Like Ike
things.
Turner did with Tina Turner mama.
There you
hmm
Taking
go.
care of her. So yeah, you're right. So she remember Tina Turner's mother even turned on her own daughter.
she did,
Mm-hmm.
Tried
yeah.
to run. She calls Ike and tell her where she was going. So she was trash. So
And then she
so
would. I'm
you're
gonna say
right.
this
Let me
again.
yeah, I'm gonna change my what I'm saying. Yeah, because yeah, I believe her story. I believed it when I saw, especially the video really nailed it in the cross in the coffin for me. I'm like, okay, no.
But the question but the thing is, we never questioned that her story. We all agreed
Yeah, I
that
never
she
questioned. Yeah,
well, she
yeah.
was a victim. But the problem is, she could have her being a victim. Yes, she was, but she could have got out of that though. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing though. You left, you was running, but you came right back.
Who
Just
Steve
saying.
said he ain't playing. He about to
Yo,
go
some
bop
people
bop
are
bop bop
addicted.
upside his daughter boyfriend.
Yeah.
I
Like I
don't
said,
blame
some
you,
people
Steve.
fathers, look, you can't bring this stuff and then you end up going back with dude.
Right, right,
Exactly.
And
right, right.
sometimes people don't get involved because of that factor.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's happening. Well, I've been a victim of that too. And yeah, and my father got irritated with me. So I understand that. But you going back knowing that you coming to me complaining, but yeah, you going back to the
We
person.
was
Yeah.
about to beat up
I've
a
been
couple.
through that. I've
Me
been
and
through
my
that.
friend me and
Okay.
my friend and cousin was about to be somebody else. Was one of our female friends been through that, and she went right back to the dude. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
It
what you
happened
want
with
me to
brothers
do?
of mine too. Yeah. So yeah, you right. You right. You right.
There's
You right.
men out here that don't support that, but what we supposed to do if they keep going back to that person? It's just like at this
Oh
point,
no, yeah. See, that may be so I'm not gonna blame the family because maybe the family could have tried to help, but she kept going back. So that could be the case, could be the
right?
case.
Okay,
Uh
so now
I believe this
this
guy.
is the last thing, and we got a little clip that we're gonna react to in a minute, but I want to talk about this person last because some things have came out after the fact,
I want to talk about the
and
security guard too.
her story is questionable, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen, and I'm gonna put it in the ball is in the court with you, Detroit. It's on you.
All
So go.
right.
He said, she said. Now this
What?
is Sarah Stokes from Making of the Band.
Mm.
Now she was in the Peacock documentary, and she told her truth.
Mm-hmm.
She told her side. But we got Chopper, and he had a bird's eye view of everything.
I listened to that today. I
What's
saw
your
that
take
today.
on it? Do you
I
want me
mean,
to do you want to show the clip again?
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, show the clip.
Okay, look, this might be taken out in the replay, so we're gonna go with this right now. Let me get the clip up.
You right, RC. And that security guard he was terrible too.
Okay, I'm about to share my screen.
Thank you, Miss Niecy. That's what me and Moochie said.
What?
I don't believe her story. That's why her husband was always there. Remember we talked about that today.
I have a problem with her story.
Yeah, Moochie and I had a behind the scenes conversation today, Miss Niecy, about the same thing. We said that same thing. That's why that husband Tony was always popping up in New York, leaving Detroit, because that's where they lived, and he would come up to New York and just pop up on their ass.
Yeah. So we're gonna this is the one we're gonna react to.
Diddy used to come down when we had the making the band penthouse. This when we already made the band. You dig? Diddy used to come downstairs like 3, 4 in the morning, bro, and tell Sarah like, "Come on," and she'll get up and she'll go with him, and then she'll come back down about 4 hours later, hair messy, makeup all smeared up, drunk, and looked like she got fucked. Period. And she did that at least 3 to 4 times, multiple times. So I don't think that that's true that that man violated her. I think that she was ecstatic, she was bucked up, and she couldn't wait to fuck him. And that's just my opinion. And everybody used to talk about Sarah fucking Diddy anyway around the bad boy office.
So what's y'all take on that?
I'm ready to hear what Babs got to say.
Since he told his side of the story, what is y'all take on that?
You want to go
Detroit,
first?
the ball is in your court.
Oh, all right. Now, she from Detroit. I never met her a day in my life, but she is from the east side of Detroit. Her husband. Now, my brother, he know her. Went to school with her husband. Now, I'm not I don't know these people, but it ain't funny. It's sad, but he used to abuse her husband.
So she went out of the frying pan and into the fire messing with Diddy then.
Yeah, so the husband ain't innocent because he was abusive.
He was
I actually believe that the only reason she was doing that because she wanted to level up. And then another thing about it is that I'm just say this, man, woman, y'all should know the woman, you know what I mean, that if a man don't treat you right, he abusing you, doing anything, you gonna find every way you can to find somebody else. And she did that, and she cheated on her husband because she really didn't want to be with her husband. You saw it on the Making of the Band. The dude looked like he was controlling.
He was controlling, and Diddy was more controlling. So what did she do? Take the lesser of the two evils?
I looked at that another clip. Chopper was talking about she was knocking down Fred.
Yeah. Yeah, I sent y'all that. So it's like, what are y'all like? I don't know with her. I feel like she was probably like, and then you gotta go into alcohol, and now we finding out all of this stuff now.
I'm sorry, I don't believe Sarah. That's just all I'm gonna say, but I don't believe her.
I'm torn with this one too, though.
I'm not really torn with it because
I thought they was messing around when you watched it.
Me too. Back then, I thought.
I'm just gonna go.
Ooh, Miss Niecy said she was for the streets.
For the streets, all right.
I mean, she was getting knocked down though by.
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe her story. I don't even think we got to even waste no time because I think she's just trying to. She ain't got nothing going on probably, and she needs some money. They probably paying real nice for these documentaries. And shit, hey, I'm gonna get on the bandwagon. I'm gonna say, yeah, Diddy touched me too. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can get a check. I think that's what she doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
She low key hustling. That's what she doing to getting that bread.
Yeah. That was the last.
Well, wait a minute. Did we talk about the security guard?
With the bodyguards? No, you wanted a rant for him. So you ready for it?
No, but I mean, yeah, Rod. Look, well, as far as Gene Deal, his story has always been consistent when it came to Tupac, Biggie, Sean Combs. It's been consistent for 30 years. So
I agree with
say
you.
nothing different. Yeah, his story's been always been consistent. This Roger Bonds dude, like, okay, so you was the bodyguard from 2003 to 2012. So you saw all this stuff. He said he came out of prison, and he needed a job, and he knew nobody would hire him doing anything else because he was a felon and all that. So, okay, he looked out for you. But you sat there and witnessed all the stuff, especially with Kathy. This is the part that got me, that made me mad. He said, I felt like I was like a father to her, father figure to her. So you would sit there and let your daughter get beat up and dragged. He witnessed it. And you don't, because he would still be his security guard right now if Sean Combs wasn't locked up in prison.
I think he would still be his security guard if he would have helped get his son out of that situation. How about that? Because remember, his son had some type of situation out of the country, and he was trying to get Mr. Combs to help help his son get out of that situation. Things wasn't done. He didn't address the matter.
I think you just an opportunist too. You going doing interviews on Vlad and all these other platforms. You're an opportunist too, because anybody who set back, especially more. I'm really getting on saying on the men when it comes to abuse, and you witness it. That to me, you just as complete. I'm not gonna feel, I'm not gonna take your side or feel any kind of sorry for you or anything like that. Like, you just as much of a mom. You might beat up on women. Yeah. I don't know.
He could.
You know what I'm saying? So, this, now of course they not using the word monster. This is Ginger Snap saying it, but he keep on saying I'm like a father figure, and I witnessed him do this, I witnessed him do that, but yet you didn't stop nothing. You didn't quit the job. Why did he leave in 2012? Like, I want to know why. Now, Gene Deal's talking about why he walked off. He said he just couldn't take him no more. He couldn't deal with him, and he couldn't deal with his mama. Remember that?
Yeah, that was the last
was talking about what she said, go get my dry clean or something. What she wanted him to do?
It was something that she wanted him to get out of the car, and he was like, he's not here for that.
He said, I don't work for you.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And he just quit. He just said I had enough of it. But I don't know why Roger Bonds walked away, or why he maybe got fired.
He got indicted. He's in one of the court orders. So that's how he started.
It would say up until 2012. So after 2012, what was he doing from now to 2025 or 2024? So I mean,
I believe some of the stuff that he said though, because he was there.
Oh, I'm not saying he's lying. No, I believe he was there.
I'm not talking about
why would you allow stuff to go on with. Okay, if Cass was
we got to call. I got to call it down the middle. I rock with Gene Deal. Why Gene Deal allowed some things to happen too now? Right?
Give me an example so then I can say.
He said that he witnessed Puff putting his hands on his first. Yes, he said that came straight out of his mouth.
Yeah, but he did say that. He did. I just don't like men who sit there and let stuff like this happen. It just bothers me.
I mean, it's weak to me, in my opinion. But Gene Deal did, so I respect Gene Deal. I think he like 100% be telling the truth, but he was there too. I have no dog in his race. I'm just being honest. Yeah, y'all got paid. Y'all was security.
That's true. That's true. Because you could have said, look, I'm gonna help you get away. If you really want to escape, I will help you escape. You know what I'm saying? I'll put you on the damn bus and get you out of here, send you home to your family. But no, I don't think, I don't know. Because people only care about their bottom line too.
Is that money? Is the green?
That's what I'm saying. As long as he was constantly getting paid, he wasn't going to open his mouth and say anything.
Okay, so Miss Nisi says, I believe Gene Deal from the beginning. If he was lying, Diddy could have shut him down. I agree because he was on YouTube for a while telling his
He's been
story.
saying this for 30 plus years.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Steve says, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem.
I
All
agree
these
with
smoke
Steve.
that was around. Well, we're gonna find out on March 7th because they supposed to be dropping the names. I don't know how this came out before
On
the
March
other
7th,
guy's list.
dang.
I can't, I'm trying to be careful with saying his name, but you know the Steen at the end. They they didn't that list still didn't come out, and that was supposed to come out the beginning of last year.
Oh, that's never coming out. We ain't never seen that list.
Exactly,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
point.
No, Monique Nicole, I agree with you. There's a lot of reasons why people look. I ain't gonna go into all my personal business, but it's a lot of reasons why people stay in relationships when they should be gone for. And you're right, every day, and it's not always about money. It's a lot. It's a psychological thing. It's a sickness. I totally get that.
40%. 40%. I'm
I
sorry.
totally
I'm
get it, but I'm talking about
And
sometimes
it be this
with
too,
these particular
Stockholm
men.
syndrome.
Yes, I
hold
agree
on,
with
hold on.
that. I
I
do
did
agree with
hold on.
Monique.
Let me ask the brother,
But
the
I think
man on here.
this guy here, this Roger Bond, and then the guy Tim, the best the friend from childhood friend.
Hold, hold on, Moo. I gotta cook, man. I know Mona, I rock with you heavy, but at the point, it's the no is no at the end of the day. I'm so tired of hearing about women getting abused. It's embarrassing to see how many women. Oh, I didn't want to tell a story, and then when they get abused, and then they get out the situation, they want to sit there and blame black man for their pain. No, baby girl, you getting hit in your face and you got a black eye going to work and people are seeing this, get off your butt and go report this dirty dog to and he needs to go to prison.
Yeah, but
It's
then
I'm,
easier
he
said
could
than
end up
done with stuff like that.
unaliving you though. So that's why sometimes
I
people
mean, because
Especially,
it's a lot
especially
of
if you
one.
depending on somebody.
I'm just saying, ladies, like that. I hear what y'all saying because I'm a
It is
man.
a lot of factors. Monique is not wrong. It is a lot of factors. It
It's
is.
a lot of factors, but it's a lot of too much. If you ain't no person, oh my god, man, I
But I
don't want to
think a
say
lot
it.
of people sit back and watch. I'm talking about the people who sit back and watch this stuff
That's
and no,
but
and
that's
they
what I'm
didn't
saying.
do anything to try. They, and they didn't do anything to
Well,
stop
I'm gonna
them.
say this, and I'm not trying to sound like Suburbia Jones, try to be so harsh. If the person that's keep getting beat down every turn by this person, which is Puff, this guy, if Cassie, another woman, keep getting keep getting beat up and keep going back to him, why should the security guard do something about that? If you ain't gonna do it for yourself, who else gonna do it for you?
Yeah.
Just saying, like, okay, I can call the police and everything like that. I can hold you, I can shield you all I want to, but you keep going to them. So why would I care about about your well-being if you don't even care about yourself? Because you're gonna continue to go over there. No excuses. If you don't care about yourself, why does somebody who don't even know you should care about it? This man that it ain't that's not. I mean, I'm just being honest. I know I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but think about it. If you can't sit there and care for yourself and love yourself and have some respect for that your body that God provided you with, you know what I mean? And you expect a man who you don't know, you don't know, he don't know you just because you talk to him all the I mean, he bodyguards you and I mean, I guess they was engaged, Puff was engaged or whatever. You think he's supposed to he not loyal to you.
He was
You
not
should
engaged to none of these people.
he don't know.
Exactly.
He don't know. So why you expect? I'm not disappointed in this guy because you know why? Because she didn't care about herself to sit there and report Puff Daddy and and I'm talking about any man. They put their hands on a woman. Any man. If you don't sit there and report this dude, you are part of the problem because you keep letting this man keep abusing you. And we got to stop this. Now, this 2025. We gotta protect the woman. It's always talking about protect black women and everything, but when a man really try to protect y'all keep going back with the dude. I see that a lot.
I mean, you right.
That's all I'm saying. Like I know, and I'm just saying, like I'm tired of seeing it. I'm like, I don't like seeing a woman with a black eye. I remember one time I was going to the mall one time. This lady, she was on the phone. I didn't even know she had a black eye. She had to put some sunglasses in the wintertime because some man abused her. Come on, people. That's all I'm saying. And people be getting mad and at man, oh y'all ain't nothing. And but no, you're not sitting there putting these dirt bags in jail. There's a lot of men out here today that abuse. They get off on abusing women, and these women are not doing anything about it. Just saying.
I just wish that more men would just go and jump these dudes and kick their tail. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
if I'm right around you, Inga, and we hanging out, me, Inga, and Moochie, and some man just randomly just put their hands on you, I'm not gonna sit there and let no man put their hands on you. I'm gonna knock him out.
If you around somebody that's a real, like a real one, they not even gonna let a certain dude talk to you in that kind of manner.
in a kind of way.
Presence.
You're a real man. You know?
Exactly. Like you should know y'all worth. Y'all know y'all beautiful woman. It don't matter how big, tall, skinny you is. You don't let no
And I
man
do
violate
know
y'all.
that Puff was very powerful. Roger Bonds or Gene Dale, whoever could have lost their jobs and all that, but
I'm looking
you
at
gotta
it.
have some morals about yourself, though. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. This test his moral. He tested a lot of people's morals. This Roger Bonds, he probably was thinking I could never make as much money as I'm making now, and have the luxuries that I'm having now. Because he was a bodyguard, so it's he was like around all of that stuff.
He probably wasn't no
I don't
real
know if he was
bodyguard. He probably was a thug.
Yeah, well, what he was.
Yeah.
That's what he was. He came out of he just got out of the just got out of the jail.
I mean, he won them. I mean, if you know his story, the dude was he from Harlem. He told a story that him and he was around. He was around when Preacher was around. I had when we was doing this documentary, I did my research about this guy. This guy was around with Alpo. Like, come on now, this dude's a hustler, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
this dude was recommended. This dude was recommended by Anthony Wolf.
Yeah.
Oh, and that whole stuff that's a whole nother thing, because
that's making me think even more about he's not even around anymore. And I'm looking at the whole situation with BMF and this and that. It's just making my
and that whole thing that happened with Anthony Wolf.
Yeah.
I mean, he was that's a whole nother thing. I just want one day the real truth to come out about all that stuff.
I don't know. Like the caveman is in here tonight. So
wait a minute. Let me read. Okay, hold on. We're saying okay, wait a minute. Hey Khadijah, maybe if women lose that mantra,
yeah, that sounds like the talk of a caveman.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we're not gonna discuss that. We're not gonna.
Don't worry. He was a found by a pipe.
Because Sabera Jones, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, bro. We gotta. I know. We gotta. Like, honestly, I'm passionate about that because my mother she never played no games like that or whatever. And I just think that I'm tired. A beautiful black woman should not be sitting there ducking like you could tell when a woman get abused, because I remember one time I was at a Thanksgiving, probably like a couple years ago, like one of my female friends, her friends had ended up coming to Thanksgiving, whatever, like that, and somebody tried to give her a $5 and she started flinching or whatever like that. So I said, that's embarrassing. You know what I mean? Because that's how you know somebody getting abused, because at the point you thinking, this person, you so used to ducking and stuff like that. That's sad to see.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Yeah.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
But Puffy, he was powerful, and then the things when they would talk about the parties and stuff. Look, everybody and their mom and daddy wanted to go to the Puffy parties back then, the white parties and all that. So anybody who was there, that doesn't mean necessarily
they participated in things.
Yeah, the freak stuff is something different. That was like an after party. But just because you see people at the thing, that don't mean something was going down. I saw a picture when Denzel was there. We probably wasn't doing that. He was just there because everybody was there. Everybody went to those parties. It was a celebrity party. I'm not putting that past nobody because I don't know that man, but I'm just saying every party wasn't a freak thing. It was just a party.
Right.
Gonna find out March 7th. And with that being said,
Oh, I thought it was in May. Is it March?
yeah, the list is supposed to come out, so they say.
They all it ain't gonna be no.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say that about that
Oh,
list.
let me, I want to ask you, Moochie, do you believe that he was doing all the booger sugar and the pills?
Yeah, I think so. After this whole incident with him going to the hospital and trying to get some medication, and then those indictments coming
That
after.
well, and then what about the that
But in this
that personal assistant? He had a lot of information. He had what made me believe his story is because he still got the phone messages.
yeah.
When the guy was like going and cleaning up the stuff, that was gross,
Mhm.
y'all.
He
Cleaning up the
said.
hotel room.
He said to the dude Steve said, Detroit, you gotta
That looked like
want help.
oil in that bucket.
Man, I'm gonna say this, man. I hope that man had
Tony
a mat.
responded to some of the messages.
Yeah,
Yeah, some people are hurt, and so just like we
yeah.
always say, when women hurt, they all
Mm,
go around saying, "I can't stand these men," and all that. It's men who do the same thing. Once they're hurt by women,
mm-hmm.
they hate women. So it go both ways.
Yeah.
I
And
don't. Yeah, I
yeah,
love
so
women.
it's some
I'm gonna
men
do
who
some.
hate women too.
I'm gonna do some protect. It's 2025. It's time to break that curse, man. Like that stuff got to go. It look bad. I can't. I don't care about no other race. I'm sorry. I'm talking about for the black community. It looks bad on the black community. Like people just accept that. Okay, a woman get abused. That it's okay. They don't have to call the police. I don't care how much money you got. You need to keep your hands to your damn self. It's
Okay, so
not
let
that
me ask you
serious.
this question: do y'all feel like he has messed up the history of hip hop with all of
He
this, or
Not
do you
hip
feel
hop.
like just well, I'm
The
just
history of
His legacy is
his
gone
yeah,
by
his
legacy,
this.
yes,
legacy.
not
Okay,
hip hop. No,
okay.
hip hop got a wonderful legacy. If you go back to the beginnings when it started and the origins, hip hop got a beautiful legacy.
I'm
It's
glad
not,
you brought that up.
yeah,
I'm
the
glad you put
origins
that.
of it in the beginnings, going back to Melly Mel
Yes.
and
They gon'
Grandmaster Cass and LL Cool J and Run DMC. Come on, I'm talking about Moochie and I were old enough to remember the beginnings of it, and so we no, the legacy, no, his legacy is done, but the hip hop, no, no, not
I
for
mean,
hip hop.
they gonna mess around and
His
take his star.
legacy
They gonna mess around and
is
take his Hollywood star away from him.
Oh, I could. I
mm,
believe that this is all to get
no,
his ego
no.
to.
Yeah, his legacy and the bad boy and all that. That's yeah. I want the real story about Biggie, Tupac, all that to come out. At this point, it's been over 30 years. It needs to all come out, the whole real story. So
All right now, Steve.
yeah, I'm glad Steve love women
Mm,
with a passion. Yeah, and I love black men with a passion. Me too.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm not sitting here to, like I said, like my man. You got to love yourself.
Yeah, he did it to himself.
He
I
He
did it
ain't
agree.
to
scared to wear
himself.
shoes. Mm-hmm.
He did it to himself,
He
man.
did it
I
to himself. Yeah, he definitely did it to himself. And no one feels sorry because he did so many people dirty. That's why outside of suburbia, nobody else is putting the cape on for him.
yeah.
Right.
Suburbia probably the only one. He's probably out there with a picket sign.
Well,
Free Diddy, free Diddy.
he
Yeah.
does have a series called Defending Diddy. I don't know if he's got some videos on his channel. Y'all may want to check it out. I don't know. Y'all might want to
Who?
check
Oh,
it out
suburban.
if y'all want
Oh,
a good
okay.
debate to go back and forth.
Oh, okay.
All right, I
Okay.
just gave you a plug, Suburbia.
All right.
Okay,
I
We gonna support you.
now
don't know if the
when
woman gonna support you
I
like
just,
that, but
I just
did y'all all vote? Did y'all all scroll to the top and cast your vote?
I
I'm gonna
did.
close out the poll.
so you never hear a man say he don't need a woman. Yes, they do. It's the never
You
mind.
lucky. Hey, I'm gonna keep it about the guy who was a cleanup man. You lucky we ain't got time because I was gonna flame you. You better than me. I would never do clean up that stuff.
Oh, but what about when he said? I know Moochie trying to wrap it up, but I just got.
Yeah.
No, go
But
ahead.
what about when he said Moochie that he Diddy Sean Combs forced him to do something with a woman? You could clearly say this is a gay man, so it really hurt him
Yeah.
to do this. I feel bad for that brother. I don't care about his sexuality. That's not, but I mean, being forced to have to do something that you don't
Yeah,
want to
because
do.
you gotta keep in mind also that he be assaulting people. Y'all, everybody talked about Steve Stout. You don't think other people got it?
Oh, other people got it
Oh
too.
yeah.
We ain't even scratched the surface.
and got thrown a couple of dollars, and he paid either their medical bills or something. Here, go get some stitches, some crap like that, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't know. So the poll is closed out, and everybody's saying so far 83%. We only had 12 votes, but we can look. I gotta build my channel back up, and we gonna do this. It was the fall of Diddy is basically the Max documentary.
Gave us more details.
It gave more details, pictures, voice notes, all of that. It came with more proof, even though some people's proof was like, was you saving this because you knew this was gonna happen eventually? Was this in the back of your mind always? Let me save this just in case stuff go down. I got my ammo.
Suburbia Jones. I'm not what I'm scared of. I debate anybody. I'm just not going to debate with you because at some point I'll just be raising my blood pressure for no reason, bro. I rock with you, but you gotta
Suburbia too.
You gotta call it down the middle, man. Like he ain't no saint. Nobody in this world is perfect, big dog.
And why you putting the cape on for somebody you don't know, ain't never gonna know? You know what I mean? So yeah,
Well, with that being said, what you got going on your channel, Detroit?
He said I was a villain yesterday. So okay, what did DeMarcus do yesterday? I ain't even going down there.
Oh yeah, he was a villain yesterday. I saw you. I was.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
In my bed.
Who me to be in the villain?
No, I'm talking about DeMarcus.
DeMarcus look up to Meech, bro. He don't even like in my Inga voice. Y'all don't know these people.
I will watch that, and I'll listen to y'all go back and forth on him. Oh Lord.
Yeah, hey, Suburbia, I rock with Suburbia. Suburbia had me to
Marcus is cool.
Suburbia had me cry. He said, "Man, he ain't trying to hit nothing you saying, bro." Like, but no, I'm just gonna. I'm waiting for that Raising Canaan trailer, and I'm gonna recap Royal Rumble from Saturday, whatever, and then and then Trending Top is on Thursday, correct?
Yes.
All right.
So what you got going on your channel, Inga?
Amina seen it. Y'all make sure y'all check out her channel. But she reached out to me, sent me a message. She want me to link up with her to review the movie Waiting to Exhale. And I was like, Lord have mercy. I said, sure, I'll go ahead and do it. So I'm hosting. It'll be on my page only because Amina reached out. But I said, okay. And this will be our first time linking up together. But I'm going in on them women. So I don't care if y'all don't like it. The women don't like it. Those women was garbage. They was clowns. And I'm going to talk about at least 3 of the women for sure was bozos. And I'm going to talk about
rest in peace to Whitney Houston, but she was a
I'm not the actresses or the singer and all that. Not them. We're talking about the characters. They desperate
and thrive.
And the men was trash too. So I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna trash everybody. So that's on Friday. We're doing a Friday night movie. So and then I'll probably get some. I think I'm gonna do a Raising Canaan video and just throw that out. And maybe I'm trying to do a prediction or something. So I'm trying to do like Moochie do. I'm trying to do something like that. So I ain't never really did a prediction video, so I'm gonna try.
Well, I still I got my trailer breakdown for Yellow Jackets.
That's next week.
I'm trying to wait for the trailer to drop for Raising Canaan because I only had the pictures and I wanna see a little more before I speak on it. And I'm trying to get back in the swing of things.
One more thing. You got a donation too, by the way.
I see.
Mm-hmm. And Addicted Shoes said she didn't understand that flying somebody out is now sex trafficking. No, I mean being flown out it's different from sex trafficking. It's like it's different. It's very tricky though. So if somebody flying you out addicted, you gotta be careful.
You gotta be careful with stuff.
Just making sure, get your own hotel room. You have your own money, your own way. That don't.
I don't know what's up with that. I was
Yeah.
brought up to always have your car fare when you go on a date.
Yeah, my
Just in
granddad
case
sent
stuff
me that.
don't go right. You could just, you know what? Let me
My
leave
granddad
now.
used to say,
and
put
go
my
home.
money down in my bra, down in my
Mhm.
down in my bosom. That's why he used to say in my bosoms.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you to Marcus.
Yeah. Money. Yeah.
All right, girls, get up. Y'all know what that means. There's money upstairs. Come on.
All right, girls, get up there and get that money. It's money up there, y'all. Get that money.
All right. With
I love that movie. Did we do that movie, Moochie? Did we
I
review
think,
that?
yeah. If
I
we
can't
didn't
even
do it, we was
remember.
in the chat when Tamika did it. I
I
think
can't
she
even
did
remember.
it. I
Okay.
can't remember
I
now.
love that movie.
Let me say one thing.
Oh no, Pretty Girl did it.
I'm gonna talk about one. I'm not gonna recap it, but I'm just gonna remind people. I gotta do it because this show is fire. Paradise on Hulu Plus, man. Oh my
All right.
God. You see, y'all ain't checked it out yet.
I've
I
been
keep falling
watching it.
asleep.
We
I
was
can't
just
get
talking-
past
I gotta
episode
catch up.
1.
I'm behind, and
You,
I
it's
keep
like
falling
right.
asleep.
I
I keep
haven't.
putting it on late at night and then doze off. So I'm still on episode 1.
That's what's good.
It was
Alright.
kind of moving slow to me. Like I didn't
I
understand what
told
was
you it was
going
a
on.
slow burn, but when they
It
get
is?
there,
Okay,
it
yeah,
get
I gotta
there.
get past
Trust
the
me.
first one. Yeah, because I understand I guess the wife is dead or something. I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. So I'm gonna rewatch it and then I'll be because the ladies is asking us that we watch it. I think they must want to talk about it. So
We gonna talk about it. We trying to get our schedule together and everything. With it. So you was late with Yellow Jackets. So I hope you be on when we start doing the recaps and things.
wait a minute, when it come back on?
It come back on the 15th.
Lord have mercy. Okay, I got it.
That's next week.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I gotta hurry up. Okay, when we talking about? Okay, we gotta talk behind the scenes.
All right. So with that being said, thank you for coming out. I need y'all to stay back. Don't be dipping out of here real fast, y'all. All right. Thanks for coming out. God bless.
And
have a good night, y'all.
Peace. Bye, Suburbia. We love you.
Put me up in that algorithm and holla at your girl.